Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn top 5 Google Sheets automations with Pabbly Connect. Google Sheets combined with Pabbly Connect creates amazing and powerful automations that is going to enhance your business productivity. In this video, we're going to learn top 5 automations that you can create effortlessly with the help of Pabbly Connect. In these automations, we are going to discuss that how you can send automated bulk SMS from your Google Sheets at once, how you can send WhatsApp messages automatically from Google Sheets, and how you can add form responses in your Google Sheets automatically, and more. So if you want to learn these amazing automations, then let me take you all to my screen. So welcome to my screen. So we are going to discuss about the top 5 Google Sheets automations with Pabbly Connect in this video, okay? So now let us just start. We are going to create these amazing automations with the help of Pabbly Connect, okay? So on the screen you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. To start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, you have to create a workflow. For that, you have to click on this button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear, which is going to ask you for the name of your workflow. So for the workflow name, you can give a name to your workflow over here according to your requirement. And then you need to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I have created multiple folders, from which these are the folders from which we are going to select a specific folder in which you want to save your workflow in. Then you can click on Create in order to create a workflow. In this video, we're going to discuss about the top 5 Google Sheets automations that you can create with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now let's move on to our first automation of this video. It is how to add Elementor form responses in Google Sheets. So suppose you are a business owner and you have created a form with the help of Elementor to collect the data of your customers that you have attached on your website. And now what you want is that any of your customers are going to do the form submission using Elementor. You want to add the details of that form submission in your Google Sheets. For that, we have created this amazing automation so that automatically the form responses are going to be added in your Google Sheets. So now let us discuss about this automation briefly. On the screen, you can see that after creating the workflow, there are 2 windows, that is Trigger and Action. Trigger and action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process, because our process depends on these 2 concepts over here. Trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to discuss about our trigger step first, so let us click on this arrow. Firstly, we need to select our trigger application, for which we have selected it as Elementor, and for the trigger event we have selected it as new form submission, so that whenever a new form submission is going to be done by any of our customers using Elementor, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect will provide you with a webhook URL. With the help of this webhook URL, you can connect Elementor and Pabbly Connect, as this URL acts as a bridge between Elementor and Pabbly Connect, okay? And then when you're going to set up the webhook by this URL right over here, so now whenever a new form submission is going to be done by any of your customers, you're going to receive a response like this in your workflow, okay? So as the response is received, we are going to see this response. Over here in the response, we have received the data for the first name as Smart, last name as Dummy, email as smartdummy@pabblytudes.com, and for the phone number, a dummy mobile number, and the other details. So this means that Elementor is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect, as we have received the data, as we have received the response of our form submission. So as now this trigger setup is done, that means whenever by any of our customers a new form submission is going to be done with the help of Elementor, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step, and as our objective is that as soon as a new form submission is going to be done, we need to create a record of that form submissions in Google Sheets. So for that, we are going to set up our action action step, we're going to discuss about our action step. For the action application, we're going to take it as Google Sheets, and for the action event, we're going to take it as add new row, as we want to add a new row of the record in our Google Sheets, the form submission data in our Google Sheets. After connecting Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, you can see that firstly it is asking for us to select a spreadsheet. So in my Google Sheets, I've created multiple spreadsheets, and from those spreadsheets, I'm going to select the specific spreadsheet in which I want to create a record of my form submissions in. So for the spreadsheet over here, I have selected it as Elementor form submissions details. So this is the spreadsheet that I've selected right over here, okay? Next, it is asking for us to select a sheet. So in my spreadsheet, the number of sheets you have created and in which you want to create a record of the form submission, you have to select the specific sheet right over here. So we have to select the sheet from the given drop down. And as you go to select the spreadsheet as well as the sheet, you can see that there are 4 fields in front of you, which is first name, last name, email, and the phone number. So these fields that are right over here after selecting the sheet and the spreadsheet are the fields that we have created in our Google Sheets, okay? In the name of first name, last name, email, and the phone number, okay? And for the data of these fields, what we have done is we have mapped the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we have inserted the data from the previous step of this workflow. How mapping works is that as soon as you click on this field, you can see it says Elementor new form submission. This was the previous step of this workflow, and as soon as you click on this, you can see this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. As first, it was asking for the first name, so I've selected the data from the first name right over here like this. As you have selected the data, what happens is the data is mapped, and as we have mapped the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the data right over here in the place of this map data is going to be updated. So for the first name, I've mapped the data of the first name. Similarly, for the last name, I've mapped the data for the last name. For the email, I've mapped the data of the email, and for the phone number, I mapped the data of the phone number, okay? After that, I've clicked on save and send test request, and as we're going to do that, over here, we're going to receive a response. And if you're going to receive a response like this is a positive response. That means the record of the form submission has now been successfully created in our Google Sheets. So now whenever a new form submission is going to be done by any of our customers using Elementor, automatically the record of that form submission is going to be created in our Google Sheets. So this is how we set up this amazing automation between Elementor and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now let's move on to our next automation, that is add Facebook leads to Google Sheets instantly. I am an owner of a business and I promote my business with the help of Facebook lead ads. So here my objective is that as soon as a new lead is going to be received with the help of Facebook lead ads, I want to keep the record of that lead in my Google Sheet so that I can manage that lead later, or that I can manage the record of my leads with the help of Google Sheets. For that, what I've done is I've created this amazing automation between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now let us discuss about this amazing automation. For the trigger application in this workflow, we have taken it as Facebook lead ads, and for the trigger event, we have taken it as new lead instant. That means whenever a new lead is going to be generated with the help of Facebook lead ads, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of that lead. And as then we are going to connect Facebook lead ads with Pabbly Connect, it is going to ask you for the page with the help of which you are going to run your Facebook lead ads. So for the page, you need to select the page with the help of which you are running your Facebook lead ads, and after selecting the page, you need to select the lead gen form. The lead gen form is the form that you have created with the help of which your leads are going to submit the responses. So you need to select the lead gen form that you have created right over here. As you go to select the page and the lead gen form, what you have to do is you have to click on save and send test request button. And as you go to do that, you are going to receive a response like this whenever a new lead is going to be generated. So now let us see this response. For the name over here, it says Akash Thakur. This is the name of my lead that is generated. For the email of our customer I've generated the lead, and for the phone number, a dummy mobile number right over here with all the other details. So as we have received the response, that means Facebook lead ads is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So now whenever a new lead is going to be generated by any of your customers with the help of Facebook lead ads, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. So as now we've set up our trigger step, we need to move to our action step, in which we want to create a record of the lead that is generated using Facebook lead ads. So now let's discuss about our action step. For the action application, I've selected it as Google Sheets, and for the action event as add new row, because we are going to add a new row in our Google Sheets of our new lead being generated. After connecting Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, it is asking for us to select a spreadsheet. So for the spreadsheet, we need to select a spreadsheet in which we want to create a record of. So I've selected the spreadsheet right away, that is Facebook lead ads. Next, it is asking for us to select a sheet. So we need to select a sheet in which we want to create the record of our Facebook lead ads. So I've selected over here the sheet as sheet 1. After that, it is asking for the full name, email, mobile. So these are the fields that I've created in my spreadsheet, and for the data of these fields, I mapped the data from my previous response right over here, as you can see that, okay? And as we have mapped the data, after that, I've clicked on the save and send test request button, in which we have received the response. That is a positive response, which means that the record of the new lead being generated with the help of Facebook lead ads is now been created in our Google Sheets. So this means that we successfully connected Facebook lead ads with Google Sheets. So now whenever a new lead is going to be generated by any of our customers using Facebook lead ads, automatically and instantly the record of that lead is going to be created in our Google Sheets. So this is how you add Facebook leads to Google Sheets instantly with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now let's move on to our next amazing automations, that is add WooCommerce orders to Google Sheets. So I am an owner of a business and I manage my online business with the help of WooCommerce. Here I want is that as soon as a new order has been created or placed by my customers with the help of WooCommerce, automatically the details of that order should be added in my Google Sheets to maintain the order data. For that, we have created this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, and we're going to discuss in this automation. For the trigger application, I've selected it as WooCommerce, and for the trigger event as new order created. Then we have connected WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect with the help of the webhook URL by following the steps. As we have created the connection, whenever a new order is going to be created by any of our customers with the help of WooCommerce, we are going to receive a response over here like this in this manner. So we're going to tally the response over here. For the name of our customer being dummy, last name as test, for the email as dummytest@pabblytuts.com, for the country as India, postal code a dummy postal code, state as JH, for the city as the city right over here, for the address as house number 123, for the address to as example Nagar. So this is the response. For the price being 1000 rupees, and for the customer ID, the ID right over here, and the details of the order when it was placed, and the status over here as processing. As we're going to receive a response like this in our trigger step, this means that WooCommerce is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So now whenever a new order is going to be created by any of our customers using WooCommerce, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. As we have captured the response, now we want to create a record of this order. For that, we have set up our action step, and for the action application, we've selected it as Google Sheets, and for the action event as add new row, because we are going to add a new row of the order details in our Google Sheets. After connecting, it is asking for us to select a spreadsheet and sheet. For the spreadsheet and sheet, you need to select the spreadsheet as well as the sheet in which you want to create the record of the order in your Google Sheets for your WooCommerce. Okay, after selecting the sheet and the spreadsheet, you can see that over here it is asking for the order ID, order date and time, customer name, email, mobile number, address, product name, quantity, and the total amount. Okay, so these are the fields that I've created in my spreadsheet, in which I mapped the data according to the requirement, like for the order ID, the ID of the order date and time, the date and time of the order, customer name, the name of the customer, first name and last name, email as the email, phone number, a dummy mobile number, address as the address of our customer, product name, the name of the product that our customers have placed the order of, quantity as the quantity, and the total amount as the total amount. So as I mapped all the data of these required fields, I've clicked on save and send test request button and we have received the response. And the response that we have received is a positive response. That means now the record of the order that was created with the help of WooCommerce by any of our customers is created in our Google Sheets. So now whenever a new order is going to be created by any of our customers using WooCommerce, automatically the record of that order is going to be created in our Google Sheets. So this is how you add WooCommerce orders to Google Sheets. So now after discussing this amazing automation, let's move on to our next automation, that is how to send bulk SMS from Google Sheets. So I am an owner of a business and suppose I am going to send an SMS to my customers related to an amazing offer that we are going to release for the day. So I've created a record of all my customers in my Google Sheets, and to all of those customers at once I want to send them the SMS. So what we have done is we've created this amazing automation that we are going to discuss. For the trigger over here, we have set up our trigger step, and for the application we have selected it as schedule by Pabbly. With the help of schedule by Pabbly, we can schedule our workflow according to our requirement. For the trigger application, selected it as schedule by Pabbly. For the trigger event as schedule workflow, as we're going to schedule this workflow. Over here it is asking how often do you want to run your workflow, and from these options, as we want to send the SMS to our customers at once, so I want to run this workflow only one time. That is why I've selected over here as how to often you want to run your workflow as once, okay, because we need to run this workflow only one time. As we are going to do that, it is asking for the date and the time in which we want to run this workflow in. So for the date and the time, you need to select the date and the time in which you want to run this workflow in over here. So I've selected the date and the time because I want to run this workflow at a particular date and time. That is, I've selected the date and the time. And as we're going to click on save, we are going to receive a response. Over here it says how often do you want to run this workflow as once. For the date over here, the date and time in a UTC time zone format with the local date and time as right over here given. Okay, so as we have done that, this means that now this workflow is going to be scheduled for once for the date and the time that we have selected. This workflow is going to run for that date and time. Okay, as we have done that, next we have set up our action step. As I've already told you, I have created a record of my all customers in my Google Sheets. So what we have done is we have set up our action step. For the action application, we've selected it as Google Sheets, and for the action event as get rows, because we want to get the data of all the customers whose record we have created in our Google Sheets. After connecting Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, it is asking for us to select the spreadsheet in which we have created the record of our customers. So we have selected the spreadsheet and the sheet from here in which we have created the record of our customers. Next, it is asking for the range. Over here for the range, we have provided the range in which we have added the data of our customers, that is A2 to D4. So this is the range of my customers data I've added in my sheet. So in the example also it is given how we have to add the range, and over here I've added the range according to the requirement from my spreadsheet. As I've done that, next over here, as you have clicked on save and send test request button, you can see we have received the response, and in the result we have received the data of our customers whom we have added in our Google Sheets. As you can see right over here, this is the data of my customer, and as we have received the data over here in an array format, we need to process these arrays. For that, what we have done is we have added another action step in this workflow, which is iterator by Pabbly. With the help of iterator by Pabbly, we can process arrays. Okay, and as I've selected my action application as iterator by Pabbly, and for the action event as process arrays, and as we have clicked on save and send test request, we have received the response, and the response that we have received has now removed the array from our previous response. Okay, for the name of our customer, the name of our customer, contact as the contact, email as the email of our customer. For the message that we want to send as thank you for subscribing, we'll shortly reach out. So, and for the row index, the index number 2. So as we can just work on one customer at a time from our data that we have entered in our Google Sheets. So that is why we have entered this iterator by Pabbly, so that we can process all values one by one. So as we have received this data right over here, we can process other customers' data as well, because we can only process all values one by one. That is why we have added this iterator by Pabbly in this automation process right over here. As now we have the data of a customer from our Google Sheets. Now we have to send the SMS to all of our customers whose data we have added. For that, I've taken my action application as Twilio, and for the action event, I've taken it as send SMS message, as we want to send an SMS to our customers. So now let's discuss about this. For the body of the SMS, I've entered the body of my SMS that I want to send to my customer, that is right over here. Next, it is asking for the sender number. The sender number is going to be the number from which we are going to send the SMS to all of our customers. And for the recipient mobile number, I've mapped the mobile number of my customer whose data I've added in my Google Sheets. I've clicked on save and send test request button, as we have received a response, and the response that we have received is a positive response. That means an SMS is going to be forwarded to all of our customers according to the date and time that we have entered in this workflow right over here. So now what is going to happen is we can send bulk SMSs from Google Sheets to all of our customers at once. So this is how we create this amazing automation using Pabbly Connect. And now let's move on to our last automation that we're going to discuss in this video. That is send WhatsApp messages from Google Sheets. So I'm an owner of a business and I want to send WhatsApp messages to all of my customers whose data I've added in my Google Sheets. For that, I've created this amazing automation. So now let us discuss about this automation. For the trigger, I've selected it as Google Sheets, and for the trigger event, I've selected it as new or updated spreadsheet row. And then as we are going to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL, whenever you're going to add the data of your customers in your Google Sheets, automatically you're going to get a response over here in your Pabbly Connect workflow, in which as I've created the fields in the name of customer name and the contact number of our customer, you can see that we have received the data of our customer, the name of the customer being demo user, and for the number right over here. So as we're going to get the response every time we're going to add the data of our customers in our Google Sheets in this similar manner, this means that trigger setup is now been done. After setting up our trigger step, as we want to send a WhatsApp message to all of our customers whose data we have added in our Google Sheets, for that we have set up our action step. For the action application, I've selected it as WhatsApp Cloud API. I've selected WhatsApp Cloud API because with the help of WhatsApp Cloud API, I'm going to be sending messages to all of my customers. As with the help of WhatsApp Cloud API, I've created a message template and I want to send that message template to all of my customers. So that is why for the action application, I've selected it as WhatsApp Cloud API, and for the action event as send template message. And as then we're going to connect WhatsApp Cloud API and Pabbly Connect. After connecting WhatsApp Cloud API with Pabbly Connect, you can see that it is asking for us to select the template name. For the template name, you need to select the template which you have created with the help of WhatsApp Cloud API to send to your customers. So from the drop down, you have to select the template name right over here. Next, it is asking for the language code and the selected template ID. As soon as you select the template name, automatically the language code and the selected template ID is going to appear. Next, it is asking for the recipient mobile number, the mobile number on which you want to send the WhatsApp messages to. So you need to map the mobile number of your customer from the previous response in place of the recipient mobile number. So I mapped the mobile number right over here. Next, it is asking for the body field one. This is the variable that I've created in my template right over here. And in place of the variable, I want the name of my customer. So I map the data of the name of my customer right over here. And as then I'm going to click on the save and send test request button, we are going to receive a response, and the response that we have received is a positive response. As for the message status, it says accepted. This means that a WhatsApp message is now going to be forwarded to all of our customers whose data we are going to add in our Google Sheets. So this means that we successfully connected Google Sheets with WhatsApp Cloud API. So now whenever we're going to add the data of our customers in our Google Sheets, automatically to them a WhatsApp message is going to be forwarded that we have created a template of using WhatsApp Cloud API. So these were these amazing top 5 automations that you can create with Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect to enhance your business productivity. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.